Viewer discretion is advised. This episode comes with a disclaimer. I'm going to share the images I received while walking through some of the most haunted homes in America. These visions aren't really meant for, well, anyone really, but especially not for kids. What I experienced was graphic and emotionally intense. While I considered keeping it to myself, I also feel that the world needs to understand that this gift comes with both good and bad, like everything in life. So with that said, you've been warned. Let's dive into today's episode. A girl's trip to hunt ghosts with the Ghost Brothers. Savannah, surprises, and spirit guides. What a weekend of fun in Savannah, Georgia. Two of my closest friends surprised me with a meet and greet and a ghost hunt with none other than the Ghost Brothers. We've always talked about paranormal shows we love, and when I stumbled across the Ghost Brothers, I was hooked after one episode. These guys had me cracking up while ghost hunting. My kind of humor and energy. The way they interacted reminded me of my own siblings. Their dynamic is why it's the only ghost show I recommend to other people. So we packed up and road tripped from Tampa, Florida to Savannah, Georgia. The location of the meet and greet changed last minute, so we had to walk a little further, but it was really no big deal. When we arrived at the hotel, we were directed down a hallway to a small, cozy room. As we walked in, Marcus and Dalen were walking toward us with big smiles. Dalen says, "So good to see you," and we shared hugs. They pointed us to the meeting room and promised to return shortly. It was a quaint gathering of about 40 people, and we all got to know each other, asking questions about the show, their lives, and what to expect during the next night's adventure. House number 1. Heavy energy and unbearable visions. The following evening, we met up and split into groups, each led by a guide. Before we started, I asked my friend to silence her phone so I can text her any visions or messages I received. That way, we'd have a timestamp record for the activity happening in my psychic medium brain. She agreed and even asked if she could use the info to help guide the investigation, which I was totally fine with. FYI, I blew up her phone the entire time. What you're hearing is just like the highlights. Now, the first house we entered, I'll never forget, although I wish I could. It had once been slave quarters, and the images I received were like straight out of a Quentin Tarantino film. The air felt thick and heavy with loathing. Upstairs, the group gathered in a bedroom using a spirit box. I stepped inside and immediately felt off. In my mind's eye, here we go, guys. I saw a female servant laying on the bed with her quote-unquote master on top of her. And yes, he was doing exactly what you think. She was crying, but that wasn't even the worst of it. In the corner of the room was a little boy, maybe 6 years old. She told him to look away, cover his ears, and hum. The boy covered with his back turned while the scene on the bed unfolded in all its horrific reality. I'm not sure I've ever told anyone that vision before. I don't like to share the bad stuff, but I want my channel to help people understand, especially those who feel things deeply. If you're empathic, you are not broken. Like everything else in life, life comes with both joy and sorrow, light and shadow. It's about balance. I walked out of the room as fast as I walked in. I prayed, I surrounded myself with white light, and I took a few deep breaths. This was my first ghost hunt. Spirits usually just come to me, not the other way around. So I wasn't totally sure what to expect, but I was curious. And I felt safe with two of my most supportive friends there. And excited, of course, to meet the Ghost Brothers. House number 2 wasn't as dramatic as house number 1. In the next house, the three of us stood downstairs when I said, "I see a line of people. They're all sick and injured. They're stretching across the room." I pointed to where two fellow ghost hunters were standing. Just then, one of them flinched and yelled, "Someone just pushed me." We grinned. I said, "She's holding up the line just standing there." Moments later, the daytime tour guide came downstairs. The girl explained what had happened, and the guide smiled and laughed. That's exactly where people would line up to see the doctor. If you block the way, you get pushed. As a medium, we don't often get direct in the moment confirmation like that, but I'll admit it felt good. House number 3 was, we went into a little girl's room. In the third house, the Ghost Brothers brought their resident medium along. While exploring, we entered a room and I saw a little girl, maybe 7-10 years old. She was kicking the boys out of her room. She was so annoyed, saying she was playing with her girlfriends. She wasn't mad at us, just the stinky boys. We could stay, but the guys had to go. Now, as a girl with 2 brothers, I totally understood where this girl was coming from. Later, during the group debrief, the male medium shared that when he entered the room, he felt a strong get out energy, unwelcome vibes. My friend chimed in and explained what I had seen, and he actually laughed. It made sense. Different mediums, different messages. People always ask why certain spirits will speak to certain mediums, and this is a great example. Spirits communicate similar to incarnated life, and just like in real life, we connect on different levels based on our experiences, our personalities, and our energies. So the final thoughts on this whole trip, overall, unforgettable trip. I definitely go on another ghost hunt, but maybe not such a large group. All that human energy and emotion gets a little overwhelming, but I definitely need my girls by my side. Being around people who trust and believe in my abilities makes all the difference. It brings out that calm, confident version of me that I need to do this work right. If this episode resonated with you, don't ghost me. Hit that subscribe button. And if you want to deepen your own spiritual practice or just wear something funny while doing it, head over to my Etsy shop for vision journals, spiritual and wellness products, and sarcastic, witchy, and gym-inspired apparel. See you next time, or maybe on the other side.